Yes, sir.
Table space management. So, sir, actually, we have taken the schema backup from our PDB Prime, right? Can we import that backup into our PDB Prime too? One, but I get that a directory was not found. We need to create the directory as well in that PDB Prime 2 database as well. Okay.
All right, let's start. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm just checking something. YouTube is really not receiving smoothly. Okay. To understand about one more important concept which is related to the Oracle database and which is related to the which is again related to which is again related to backup. We called it as a RMAN backup. See, so let me share my screen so that you people can understand it very clearly. I'm opening it. Okay, fine. So what happened in the last lecture? So we have taken the backup of multiple logical things. Like if I take the example, share my screen. Let me share. Can you see my screen now, guys? Total times did I share my screen?
Yes, we can see the blackboard.
Blackboard. Looks like something is a problem. I am not able to see. 1 minute. क्या हो गया भाई, आज कुछ गड़बड़ लग रही है. Okay. You guys can see Blackboard, right? But I'm not able to see something. Where is that stop sharing option? Stop sharing, stop sharing. No. No. Let me share it one more time. Share screen. Okay. Now it's fine. All right, so let's get started. Now, can you see my this blackboard, this black screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. So in the last lecture, we have discussed about how you can take the backup of logical things, right? So in the logical things, we have taken the backup of your table. We have taken the backup of your table space. We have taken the backup of your schema. Apart from this, we have seen multiple objects which are the part of your Oracle database, correct? So all these things we have seen in our last lecture. But Oracle database is not about just a logical thing. There are many physical things are also available. Physical files are available. Because when I was talking about the Oracle database architecture, we discuss about multiple physical files. Like when I'm starting my Oracle database, the first file which is picked up by the Oracle database, we called it as a SP file, which is my parameter file also, which is my parameter file. Then we discuss about another important file, we called it as a control file. Then we have data files. Then we have online redo log files are there. So these are the different files which we have seen. And apart from this, what there is one more file is there, we called it as a archive log files are there, correct? Now these files are also very important in order to run my Oracle database. If I want to start my Oracle, these are the very important files are there. And because of that only, I would say that if any one of the file get missed by any chance, what will happen? I will not be able to start my Oracle database. And since these files are very important, it is necessity to take the backup of these files also. Since these files are very important, it is very important that you should have a backup of these files also. But these files are not a logical files. Like if I'm asking you, can you show me the location of ESP file? I would say yes, I can show you. Can you show me the location of my control file? I'll say yes, I can show you. Can you show me the location of data file? I'll say yes, I can show you. So you can go and you can show me the files. You can show me that files. You can show me the location of these files. So since you can show me the location of all these files, since you can, whenever I want to take the backup of physical files, there is very important utilities there. We called it as a RMAN utility, RMAN, recovery manager. So RMAN is a utility through which you can take the backup also and you can restore also. Same thing you can do it with the help of your RMAN utility. What you can do? RMAN is a single utility through which you can take the backup also, and by using the same utility you can do the restoration also. It's not like your EXPDP and IMPDP. If you compare it with the EXPDP, so EXPDP was the utility which was for backup, and if I want to restore that backup, for that we were using a utility called IMPDP. So we had a separate utility, EXPDP and IMPDP. Here we have a single utility, through that you can take the backup also, and same backup you can restore it by using the RMAN utility also. Now one more thing is there, like how we can take the backup, right? What are all the different type of backups are there? In the initial days when I was talking about only backup, just forget about the physical backup and logical backup. When I was initially talking about the backup, there are two type of backups are there. One is my hard backup and another type of backup we called it as a cold backup. Now what is meant by hot backup? Hot backup means when my database is up and running. When my database is up and running. So you take the example of your EXPDP. Whenever I was taking the backup of my table space, schema, did I shut down my database anytime? No, I did not shut down my database. My database was up and running. I'm going to take a backup daily. I cannot ask my client that, boss, can you please shut down the database? I want to take the backup. That is not going to happen. No one will give you approval to shut down the database. But again, like, there are certain situations where we need to take the cold backup also. Let's say I have an application and that application does not support hot backup. When I'm trying to restore the hot backup, it is not working. So that time what you need to do, either you need to shut down the database or you need to put the database into the mount stage. That backup we called it as a cold backup. I still remember when I was the part of DBA team, and in the DBA team what happened? Like there was one application, and when we were trying to restore the backup for that application, that restoration was not working. It was not working properly because we were using the hot backup specific to the application. So then that application team told us that, okay, they reach out to the application vendor, those who created the application, and then they suggested that, okay, do one thing, you try to use the cold backup and try to use that. So when we tried to use the cold backup, it was working fine. So again, but most of the time you will find that the people will go with the hot backup only. What you'll find? The people will go with the hot backup only. That's how the industry works normally. That's how things works normally. Now, coming back to this backup strategy. Now let's try to understand about the backup. So if I take the example of RMAN backup, by using RMAN backup, you can take hot backup also and you can take cold backup also. Remember that. By using RMAN, you can take hot backup also and you can take cold backup also. Now what happened? In RMAN backup, there are two type of backups you will find. One we called it as a full database backup, and another type of backup we called it as a incremental backup. What we called it as a full database backup and incremental backup. Now full database backup means what? Okay, just take an example. Let's say this is my database which is of size 1 terabyte. I have a database which is of size 1 terabyte. Now what I have done, by using the RMAN utility, I have taken the backup, and that backup I will store into some location, right? This is my location, this is my backup location where I'm going to store my backup. So by using the RMAN utility, I'm going to take the backup, and that backup I'll store into some location. So this is a normal scenario, okay? This is a normal scenario. Similar way, we have done the same thing with our export and import also. We have a database which is of size 1 terabyte. By using the RMAN, I'm going to take the backup, and in that location, my backup will be stored. I'm assuming that the backup size is also 1 terabyte. Okay. Now, I'm just drawing this timeline. Let's say Sunday, my backup size is 1 terabyte. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Now remember that every day your database sizes keep increasing, right? So Sunday my database size is 1 terabyte, Monday it is 1.2, then it is 1.4 terabyte, 1.6 terabyte. Okay. Sunday I'm taking full database backup. Okay. Monday I'm taking again full database backup. So Sunday when I'm taking a full database backup, and Monday also I'm going to take full database backup. In Sunday and Monday, there is 100, means 1 terabyte of backup is repetitive only. Because I already have a backup on Sunday, right? So why to take the backup on Monday again? Because when the backup is running, it is going to consume a lot of storage also. See, I'm going to store my backup somewhere, right? Let's say I'm storing my backup in C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, somewhere. Whenever I'm going to store my database backup in some location, it is going to consume my storage. It is going to consume my resources also. Resources means when the backup is going on, it is going to consume your CPU, memory, lot of other things also. Even it will have a performance issue on your database also. See, I have a backup which is going on. Right now, and when the backup is going on, I have a backup which is going on right now, and when backup is going on, what will happen? It will consume my resources. So my other jobs may get impacted. Let's say someone is running any SQL queries, someone is doing something like join operations, select, or any other operation, someone is inserting a data itself. So that operations also require these resources, right? Now your resources are getting distributed. Some resources are going to the backup, some resources are going to your application job. So basically what happened? Your resources. Now what is the problem with the full database backup? If I'm taking it daily, the main problem is that it is consuming more storage. It will consume. Second thing is, my backup is going to be run or longer time. See, it's a full database backup now, complete backup. So it is going to run for longer time. It will take some time. And till that time, your database performance will be also really low. If I compare it, when my RMAN backup is going on, that is going to take a longer time. So my performance will be also downgraded. That is the reason we do not take full database backup on daily. What we prefer, we try to schedule the backup, your full database backup on weekends. Now when I say weekend, it can be your on Saturday or Sunday, because normally your Saturday or Sunday your business will be off. Normally on Saturday or Sunday your business will be off. You take an example of SBI or any banking system. Normally Saturday, Sunday they don't work, right? So that is the reason on that duration, when your weekend is there, that time only we try to take full database backup on weekend. Now another type of backup, we called it as a incremental backup. What we called it as a incremental backup. Now what is meant by incremental backup? Incremental backup means the changes after your full database backup. Let's take an example of same thing. If I'm drawing this, if I'm taking the example of this timeline, Sunday my backup size was 1 terabyte because my database size is 1 terabyte. Monday my database size is 1.2 terabyte. How much? 1.2. So when Sunday to Monday, there is only the change of 0.2 terabyte, right? 0.2 terabyte. Sunday to Monday. So basically there is a size of 200 GB. Daily my database is increased by 200 GB only. So what I will do, anyway I have a backup, full database backup Sunday. Monday I will take only the changes which are after Sunday, that is 200 GB. And that backup we called it as a, incremental backup. What we called it as a incremental. So why we prefer incremental backup? Because incremental backup is very fast. It is just taking the changes now. So it is very fast. It is not taking much time. So incremental backup is very fast. Second thing is it is not going to consume your resources. Less resources will be consumed if I compare it with the full database backup. And again it is going to take less storage also. If I'm taking, the storage part is also very less because it is an incremental backup, right? So when to take this incremental backup? You can do one thing. You can take this daily incremental backup. What you can do? Daily incremental backup. So if someone is asking you, okay, what is your backup strategy? Can you tell me how your backup is going on? So you can say we take the physical file backup by using the RMAN. Weekend, when the weekend is there, what we do? We take what type of backup? It is a full database backup. On daily we take incremental backup only. Incremental backup only. We take only incremental backup. And this is how it, some project what they do, every after in the mid of week, like maybe on Wednesday, they also take full database backup. Depends on project to project. But if you are asking me the generalized answer, what is the backup strategy? Weekend we take full database backup, and daily we take incremental backup. So till now whatever we have discussed, are you able to understand, everyone? Till now whatever we have discussed, are you able to understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
yes, yes, sir.
Once again, repeat it. Could you please repeat
We
it
can
again?
do that schema and table backup by using this RMAN as well.
No. If you want to take the backup of your schema, if you want to take the backup of your table space, for that what you can do, you can use this data pump utility like XPDP.
PDP and
That's how we do. Now coming to the next part. Okay, now coming to the next part.
Ankush Sir,
Just tell me.
one more backup is there. 𝐟𝐤𝐥 backups are also taken.
I'll talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Now in real-time production environment, like when you are working as a DBA, okay, in real-time production environment, when you are working as a DBA, usually we do not take full database backup and incremental backup like this. What we do, so we have RMAN, which is a utility to take the backup. This RMAN utility, we have two type of backups are there. We call it as a full database backup and incremental backup. Okay. In real-time production environment, this incremental backup is again divided into the two more part. We call it as a level 0 backup and level 1 backup. Now if someone is asking you that, okay, I want to take full database backup, what I want to do, I want to take full database backup. So we consider this level 0 backup as our full database backup. We consider level 0 backup as our full database backup, and this level 1 as our incremental backup. See, even though it is a level 0, but it is a part of your incremental backup only. So if someone is asking, yeah, okay, I want to take full database backup, so you can go with the level 0 backup. If someone is asking that, okay, can you please take my incremental backup, then you can go with the level 1 backup. Incremental level 0, incremental level 1. Now, what is mean by incremental level 0 backup? See, when I say I'm going to take the backup by using RMAN utility. See, one more thing I want to tell you, like when I'm taking a backup, right? See, normally, like if I want to know whether my database is running or not, we check the status in $V database, correct? So whenever I'm checking the status, like, but when this backup is going on, who is going to store my metadata information? Okay, where is my backup? In which location my backup is available? There should be someone who is storing that information, right? So whenever I'm taking the backup, that backup information will be stored under your control file. Who stored that? Control file. Whenever you are going to take the backup, your backup information will be stored by your control file. Any backup what you take, like you, let's say you are taking your incremental backup, let's say you are taking your full database backup, archive backup, any backup, all that backup information will be stored by your control file. Control file is aware about your backup. He knows that, okay, you have taken the backup on this particular time. So control file aware. He know about where you have taken the backup, what is the location of your backup. So your backup information, if someone is asking you where is your backup information, so your backup information will be stored, your backup information will be stored by your control file only. Your backup information will be stored by your control file only. Okay, I'll show you this practically, and when we see this practically, the things will be much clear. Okay, one by one we are going to see that. But till now, whatever we discuss, is it understanding at least 50%, 40%? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear.
Okay.
Yes.
So as soon as you go with this video one more time, and when we see the things practically, you'll find it, okay, yeah, I'm getting things, okay, I'm getting the things. So you'll understand it, okay.
All metadata information stored in the control file, right?
All metadata,
Any
including your
meta-
backup
yeah,
information
any
also, including your
Only-
backup.
No.
Full file where level 0, I mean, full level 0 is considered as full backup. Why it is included in incremental backup then?
Okay, so see, actually we need to understand about two more backup. We called it as a cumulative backup and differential backup. Okay, now what is cumulative and what is differential, I'm going to talk about that. But certain times what happen when I want to take cumulative backup or differential backup, these two type of backup is not available with the full database backup. That is not there. So at this point, just keep it in your mind that if I want to take a differential backup or cumulative backup, this is only applicable with this type of backup only. Like here it will come, here it will appear. One more thing I want to tell you, can I take level 1 backup without level 0 backup? What do you think, guys?
No.
No. We required a full backup plus incremental.
So what I mean to say, level 1 is just like, क्या बोलते हैं उसको?
Next step.
That 0.2 TB.
Correct.
Base
That is
of
the next, okay? It's like a cherry on your, किसके ऊपर होता है cherry? Cake के ऊपर, हाँ. Okay, so there is no meaning for the cherry unless and until you have a cake, right? So that's what I mean to say. You have, first of all, you are going to take level 0 backup, and after level 0 backup only you are going to take level 1 backup. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes.
Because this level 0 is basically a base for your level 1. Okay. Now, irrespective of any backup what you take, that backup information will be stored by your control file. And there is one more concept is there. We called it as a catalog database. Just keep it in your information. Okay. Catalog database. If you think that I want to configure a database, a dedicated database, which should store my backup information only backup information. I'm not talking about data. Only backup information, then that time also we can configure this catalog database instead of control file. Let's say you don't want to store your backup information under control file. You can configure catalog database, and that catalog database store your backup information. Okay. What is the terminology? We called it as a catalog database. See, you take an example of EXPDP. Okay. In EXPDP, normally, like when I'm taking a backup, who store that information? Okay, I have taken the backup.
The log file.
Log file, right? So we need to rely on log file. But don't you feel like, having information into the log file is tedious job? Because someone can delete a log file. Correct, na?
Yes, it is.
Right. But here RMAN is quite more managed, I would say, because your backup information will be stored in your control file. Okay, and you can get the information from your control file. Okay, let me show you these things practically. Okay, then we are going to see one by one.
Sir, whenever the client is asking for a level 1 backup, we have to take level 0 and then we have to perform.
No, client will
1,
not
right,
ask you take level 1 backup. Client don't understand backup itself. Backup means level 1 and level 0. Client will come back to you and he will say, okay, can you please take the backup of employee table, something like that. Or he will say, can you please take the backup of this prime container, complete full database backup. He will take like that. Okay, if it is a request from client. Okay, if he is saying that, okay, can you please take the backup, then I will definitely go for full database backup only. I am talking about the scheduled backup. Scheduled means every day client will not come back to you, can you please take the backup, but I should have a strategy where I am going to take backup daily. Like, I have a backup on Sunday, I have a backup on Monday, I have a backup on Tuesday. By any chance, if something went wrong to my database, let's say someone shut down the database, or let's say someone destroyed the database, so I should have a backup available for me. Okay, so you don't need to take full database backup on daily basis. You have a combination of full database backup and incremental backup. That is more than that. How to restore it? Okay, I'll discuss about that one by one. Okay, we'll go for it. Okay, don't worry about that.
Hello, sir.
Just tell me.
So suppose day before yesterday we create one table, and yesterday we take a backup for the table, and today, suppose today we did some DML operation on that. It is possible to take a backup today also for that.
You can do that. That's the incremental backup. Okay.
Okay.
Just, where is that virtual box, man? Let me open that virtual box. Where is your machine? This one, right? Let me start this machine. So I just started this server, guys.
So what is table partitioning?
आएगा समझ में?
हाँ सर आया.
नहीं भी आया होगा तो क्या ही बोलोगे आप.
आप जो सिखाओगे वही सीखेंगे ना।
डेटाबेस पर्जिंग भी बोलते हैं, पर्ज करने, डेटा को पर्ज करके रखना।
Purging is something different. Purging is like when you're deleting some records.
And sir, what is restoration of database?
Hmm.
Restoration of database.
एक ही दिन में सब पढ़ना है क्या?
कुछ नहीं सर, ऐसे ही बस।
Let's start. Let me start. Startup.
How was the syntax of the RMAN?
Which one?
We
This
need
one?
to go. We are going to perform R1 backup, right?
हाँ.
Syntax like for data pump we have to expdp like directory name, file name,